Can you all hear me? Right, okay. So thank you everybody for coming today. This is the 12th, who'd have thought it, the 12th virtual Yorkshire Yarn Fest. Thank you very much to Sophie for organising the event. She does a sterling job getting everybody together and giving us all the relevant information. So thank you, Sophie. And without further ado, we will continue. So I'll just let you have a brief look at the yarn behind you. I'm in the conservatory and the sun's just coming around the corner, so the light's a bit muted. So I apologise for that, but I'll try and do my best. So I've got lots of new things to show you today. The first of which is the yarn for the Yorkshire Yarn Fest theme, which happens every month. And this month it's Equinox. And I've dyed this yarn called Equinox. And as I said in my Instagram post, despite the technical descriptions of Equinox, where it's the sun directly over the equator, for me, Equinox is more about change and changing the seasons and changing the colours that we're going to be seeing over the next few months, and also hopefully in our lives where we'll be able to enjoy a little bit more freedom. And so this epitomises all of those things for me, and it's lots of lovely peachy coral colours and jade and green and gold and salmon, and I love it. I hope you do too. So that is Equinox. Equinox would go really nicely with Watermelon Cooler if you wanted to do a nice bright project. The Wavemaker shawl, for example, would look fantastic in this combination. So I want to talk to you about the things on the top row. So I'll talk to you about my new collection, which is this fantastic base, new base I'm using, which is 60% merino, 20% silk and 20% yak fingering weight yarn. There's 366 metres on each skein. And the yak gives such a complexity of colour to the base colour that you use. So this one is called Storm, and it's a lovely, rich, dark, inky blue. The base for Equinox is merino nylon. It's lovely and soft and very durable and can be used for all sorts of things. This is so soft and it has a beautiful lustre, this merino yak silk. So I have 8 colours, which I'm going to talk you through now. This one is, as I say, it's called Storm. This one is called Amaranth, and amaranth is a genus of plants with long inflorescences that hang down from the stems, and it's a beautiful, deep, dark, rich magenta colour. The next one is called Ruby, which, as it says, is a lovely, rich, complex, deep red colour. The next one is called Brass, and I think it's just like a piece of brass. It's a lovely, rich, golden straw colour. It's beautiful. The dark yak fibres, the undyed base is a sort of naturally grey colour, and the yak fibres in it add a kind of heatheriness to the finished yarn. And then we have Peacock, which is a gorgeous sort of greeny blue. Stuck for words there. Didn't quite know what to say. Funny, isn't it? That's Peacock. And then we have Amethyst, which is a lovely rich purple colour. And then 2, 4, 6. We have Camouflage, which is a lovely mossy green colour. And camouflage and brass work really, really nicely together. And the last colour, which also goes really nicely with this trio, is called Copper, which is a lovely deep, dark, coppery orange. But there's so many different layers of colour in there. When you look at it closely, it's not just one flat colour. And the yak makes such a difference. It's such a beautiful base. I'm really pleased to be stocking that for you now. Hopefully we'll be able to add some other colours to it in the coming months. But they're my 8 new colours on my new base, my Merino Silk Yak base. Just put these back so I've got a bit of space. Odyssey. Odyssey makes a welcome return to the shop this week after a long hiatus. This was requested and came from an idea about a Greek beach holiday. So you've got blue skies and pale sandy beaches, and the dark rust colours represent some of the rock formations that you get on beaches. And this is just beautiful. I absolutely love this. And it just is, as I say, reminiscent of a Greek holiday. And who doesn't like the idea of having some sunshine abroad at the moment? Probably not a sensible idea, but doesn't stop us wanting to do it. And then I dyed a batch of the same on mohair to go with it. Now these two together look absolutely amazing when they're knit together. If you have the time, go and have a look at the Woolly & Co Instagram site. Aviva is the shop owner, and she's one of my stockists in America, and she's knit a sweater out of these two put together, and it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely wonderful. So we've got Odyssey on sock base and silk mohair. And then I wanted to talk to you about some of the fades that I'd been posting about as well. These 4 skein fades. I haven't listed them on the website as kits or sets. I've just put them as individual colours because sometimes people like to mix up the quantities of each colour that they have. But this was by far and away the most popular in terms of the number of likes for the post that I got. And these 4 colours from the top to the bottom are platinum, and then if I turn that around a bit more, rusty birch. You can see the lovely rust colours, and then you have Vanguard. This one is called Vanguard. And then you have Queen of the Night, which is my favourite tulip, and it's a lovely deep, dark, rich purple. So obviously these work great on their own, but as a fade, I think this set works quite well. I've got for those that are interested in how Vanguard looks when it's knit up, I'm making my dad some socks at the moment. So this is the Twisty Boys pattern by Nicholas Knits on Instagram, and this is how. And I used a mini skein of Queen of the Night, and this is how the Vanguard looks when it's knit up. It's absolutely wonderful. I hope you can all see how lovely it is. The last time I did a Yorkshire Yarn Fest, I introduced a colour called Seashells, which is this one, which is just like a lovely beach with all the lovely pinks and grey colours. And I dyed some of it on Suri silk as well to go with it, for those that are interested. The light really is quite terrible in here, isn't it? But I hope you can see. And the Suri is just amazing. It's a lovely alternative to the mohair. It's just as soft, but it's soft in a completely different way. And it's also a good alternative for those people that have have a problem with mohair, if they're sensitive to it, or if it makes their skin itch, that alpaca silk is absolutely wonderful. So this was just a test, really, as the first colour on this new Suri silk base, and you get 300 metres per skein of 50 gram, and that's 74% Suri alpaca and 26% silk. Another new colour I've got for you today is Volcano. It's quite tiny, really, when you've got these eruptions going on in Iceland. So this is called Volcano, and it's just an eruption of, where's the camera? Yellows and oranges, and as you swirl round, you go into the deeper, richer colours, and eventually you get to this lovely black the other end. So you'll get, if you're making some socks, you'll get some micro striping on here. You'll get a black stripe and then a multicoloured stripe. But I think that's beautiful. That's called Volcano. Another recently new colour was Pool Party, which I've got some stock of. Pool Party is just like such a lot of fun. You feel like you could jump right into the pool. The neon colours that sprinkle over this are just give it so much life, and it's on a very, very pale grey backdrop. And then I brought back some Finchy, which is a salmon and grey study. So if you were to do, if you wanted to do a fade here, for example, from peach down to dark grey, you could have Bambino, Finchy, pewter, and then charcoal at the bottom. What else have we got to show you? Oh yeah, we've got phase shift. This is a bit of a Star Trek Voyager reference. So this is a lovely cool aqua blue with a purple variegation over the top. So that's going to knit up with a just lovely general variegated effect. And this would go really nicely with this regal colour that I have here. Or indeed any of these light blues, like aqua, for example. I haven't got long. I'm going to run out of time, but I wanted to quickly show you, the last time I did a Yorkshire Yarn Fest, I introduced a kit for the Latvian-esque cowl, which we sadly didn't have the sample for, but because it wasn't finished. But Dan has sent me his sample. And just look at this, isn't it fantastic? So this is knit out of 5 different colours of fingering weight yarn, and it's done in a big tube, so you don't need to worry about your ends inside. It's lovely for that, and it's just so soft and beautiful, and it stays nicely away from your neck if you're a hot body and don't like too much heat. But there's just so much fantastic colour and pattern and texture going on. Look, with these contrasting colours going all the way around. So the pre-orders for those kits are live on the website at the moment, and I think I've run out of time. So I don't think there's anything I haven't shown you. There's lots of restocks of regular colours like dark midnight train and cardinal for those red lovers amongst you. So have a good old mooch about on the website and see what you like, because there's lots and lots and lots of stuff that I've added this week. So thank you for joining me today. If there's a discount code Yorkshire Yarn Fest for orders over £50 today, so please enter that at the checkout. And thanks once again for coming. Thank you.